2024. We've prepared a guide with tips on how to find and switch over to a broadcasting software that works for you. I am gonna have to go back to OBS, but by the time that day rolls around, this laptop
Mhm.
is already on the fritz. I will probably just be using it as a paperweight and for like Microsoft Word. So,
Mhm.
the news is the good news is this will not affect me tremendously. Anyways,
Yeah.
we go to Mumcraft, and this is not going to be a terribly long stream, especially because we wanted to start it. We wanted to start at like 2, and we are starting now at 2:43, and the
And
and
would you like to announce? Would you like to announce why? I don't have to.
yeah, I was buying Pokemon from someone because my options were either buy Violet, which is a second game, a second AAA game that'll cost me like $90, or I buy the specific Pokemon I need to complete my Paldea Dex, all the Asian exclusives. I hunt down every single one, and I then go get a shiny charm from Professor Jacques. And I thought, yeah, I love shiny Pokemon. Oh wow, that is a new experience. I have gone to 0 out of 0 frames a second. I think it might
Oh,
be
good
because I'm
God.
standing on top of a bunch of lag generating things.
Artifact, as usual.
Do you wanna know what I'm standing on top of?
Sure.
Where did you leave off? Where were you last in the world? At the house?
I'm at home and I'm noticing it's getting dark. So
Okay. Then you should probably go to bed. Me, I will also go to bed.
Mhm.
Oh yeah. We're averaging 1 frame a second when I can see this chest monster in render.
Oh man.
So, it's but it is pretty cool in the sense that there's everything that we own in a bunch of boxes. Okay. So,
By the way, I need to go and go and find you're getting 0.
go down to 8 frame second. Let me go to 7 chime. I'm already lower than 8 frame second. Done. Done. And I swear, when I wasn't streaming, this was actually running decently. I was just trying not to look at the chest. It's like the elephant's foot. If you can see it, there's an issue. But this is the elephant's foot of lag. So, I have been doing a huge amount of work on the storage area. And if you would like to come to the storage area, let me
Is that this gray thing that I'm looking at?
that depends. Are you looking at the thing straight out the front of the house?
I am now. I was looking somewhere else.
Okay. Well, yeah, that is probably the storage area, and if you want, you can probably
Oh
come
no,
and
that's cows.
oh,
Sorry.
wait a second. You know what? Let me just
I know. It's the gray looking thing with the door. That's the new thing.
yeah, the thing with
Is
the
that right?
door is the new thing. That is correct. Unfortunately, for some reason, the machinery is not working. Am I double? Okay, I must have been double extending it. Okay, so let me just get out, close it from the outside, and then I will go to you. So, that is way better. I feel like I can breathe again.
Oh man.
So, if you will notice, hello. So if you'll
Hey,
notice, right, there used to be about 70 chests around here, and those 70 chests are no
yes.
longer
Okay.
here. And if you also
Uh-huh.
notice, you might not have, there used to be a bunch of chests that filled up the second floor of our house. Many
I did
stacks
not
of
know this.
chests. Oh well, then we can go take a
Okay.
look, and I can show the viewers who are watching this in not in the shot. I'm assuming that for austerity's sake, we can come back and get some of these videos when it's like episode 50 or something. But I
I hope
basically
you mean austerity, because I don't want to live in Australia.
oh sorry yeah
I like
posterity.
control.
I did mean posterity. So
Okay.
I walk into the
Where do we
water.
go?
I walk into the bubble elevator, And if people remember, a few streams ago, we used to have a whole, basically 3 rooms that were filled with chests that are no longer filled with chests.
Mm.
And that's
Mhm.
that was basically all I wanted to show off, along with the fact that I've paved most of the inside of the house. It's we now use stone bricks on a bunch of things, and
Yeah.
if you want, you can just drop
I
down.
I have a question about, well, first I need to not accidentally throw my sword. I have a question. Why are there so many torches lining the...
Because I do not. Oh, the ones lining the back. That was so that the light would shine out through the torches. It
Oh,
was
wow.
basically like a hidden lighting. But yeah. Anyways, speaking of hidden lighting, I've incorporated some hidden lighting into the project I've done. Unfortunately,
Uh-huh.
I realized after building it that it is not that well. It's not that well. It's too hidden. So basically, what I did was you can create something, a sort of like visual gradient effect, where you put a
Uh-huh.
strong light source like lava, and then you put a
Okay.
bunch of glass like layered on top of it, so like wafers of glass. Unfortunately,
Okay.
I did too many layers of glass, and now you can really see the light coming out of the lava.
Oh, dang.
Yeah.
Okay, show me.
Okay. So if you'll follow me, you will also notice 2 things.
Mm-hmm.
First, I made a wheat farm bigger, and that this is really just because of that gag I had with Ruben, where it was like we would keep joking about, building a comically large wheat farm, but I just realized that fishing rods are not able to take down these chorus fruits. Anyways, these are called chorus fruits. Uh,
Uh-huh.
you can collect them by. Do I have silk touch on anything? I don't have silk touch. Never mind. They can be
I
collected
have
by.
got Silky #1. Should
Oh,
I fling that at
could
you?
you actually throw that to me? Thank you.
I assume it has Silk Touch since it's called God
Yep.
Silky.
So if I take a silk touch tool, and I break either of any of these nodules, any of these
Mm-hmm.
bulbs at the end, they should
Mm-hmm.
drop something called a chorus flower. Now, a chorus flower is I guess, the reproductive stage of this plant. And then, when you break the stalks, you sometimes get purple. And I know it sounds like someone mispronouncing the word purple, but it really is a thing. So, anyways, a purple can be used to
Uh-huh.
create a sort of purple bricks. And if you remember the episode where we went to the end and we went to the
Uh-huh.
end stone fortress,
Uh-huh.
sorry, these are chorus fruits, and chorus fruits can be
That's what I'm holding, right? I'm holding chorus
yeah,
fruit,
and chorus
but
fruits can, well, one, you can eat chorus fruits and you will teleport. Hello.
where?
Here, well, it's not a specific place. It's within a 9 by 9 by 9 radius of where you are. No,
I'm
sorry,
so gonna try
it's
it.
solid ground within a 9 by 9 by. Oh, there you are. Yeah, solid ground within a 9 by 9
Okay.
of you,
Okay.
and basically you can also smelt it in a furnace, and you should get something called cooked purpur, which
Uh-huh.
actually let me just very quickly make a furnace. And then once we go inside, we can smelt a purpur. So
Okay.
this is uh this is the vault, and I wrote goal: full netherite block blast doors, 2 cat guards. So my gimmick for this is that I wanted to make this thing explosion proof, and it is. But it can only
Okay.
but it's like super armor in a video game that can tank one really really strong hit, because as soon as something explodes in here, the pistons are going to get hit by the explosion rays through the diagonal corners of the blocks. Every block here is basically indestructible, by the way, but it's even the stone brick, because of a trick called waterlogging. And what that is basically that okay, water can be hit by an explosion of any force.
Uh-huh.
Oh, Christ almighty.
What?
I just
Fell into a hole?
no, even worse. I just poured water into my redstone.
Uh-huh.
That's like the worst possible thing. Okay.
Okay.
So let me just did you manage to get that slab that was sent your way? If not,
A stone brick slab?
yes, please. Thank you. Throw it to
Yeah.
me. I will. Uh,
Okay.
Basically, uh,
Okay.
let's say a creeper follows me. Hell, let's say a charge
Mm-hmm.
creeper follows me. It could blow up here and it would do nothing to any of these blocks because you have crying obsidian, which is
Mm-hmm.
tied for the second most blast resistant thing in the game. You
Okay.
have ancient debris, which is like fourth, and you have this, which is an infinite level of blast resistance. And then,
That's the slab, is it? And then
yep,
the ancient debris is the dark brown.
it's the brown one that looks kind of like dinosaur poop. But
Okay.
basically, I flick the
Mm-hmm.
lever and the whole thing opens. Yes. And
That
it
is mad.
opens. Yeah, I had to look up a redstone tutorial for that. But it basically opens up to this antechamber. And if you come in, you can see the first feature that I built into
Um,
the design, which is that I made terrible, terrible lighting choices. So if you'll notice, whenever someone hits the
okay.
door,
Uh-huh.
what I would have done if I was intelligent is whenever a person comes in, right, there would have been two separate circuits. There would have been an incoming and outgoing circuit. Basically, whenever
Okay.
someone does the action that corresponds with entering the facility, it turns on the lava lights. And then
Mm-hmm.
whenever someone does the action that corresponds with leaving the facility, it turns off the lava lights. That
Right.
is not what I did because I'm not a good redstone engineer. What
Oh.
happened was,
Okay.
wait a second. What happened
Uh-huh.
was, whenever someone activates this,
Mm-hmm.
either the first thing, either the first outcome is that nothing happens, or the second outcome is that it dispenses lava. Wait, what the fuck? What?
Okay. This is
I
awesome. The
clicked it.
door hasn't
I
closed.
clicked it too quickly. I fucked it up. Hold on.
What
That
is going on?
that's a new configuration.
I love it. Okay, there we
Okay,
go. It's reset.
that fixed it. And did that close it? Yes. Okay. Just needed to double
Yay!
click it. And now the lava doesn't know what it's doing
No, it
because
does not. It has started and stopped several times.
okay.
But lava would have been a lovely lighting choice.
Yeah.
No?
It's
Is
unfortunately if you stand like here or something you get caught on fire because lava can set like adjacent floor blocks on fire and if I'm like standing here looking at something else, I might just hear like the sound of myself dying and I look over and I'm on fire. But yeah, aside from that,
but what happens if you're on fire and there's no water close at hand?
you take damage until the fire runs out. But I do also have fire protection on my helmet, so if something sets me on fire, I don't stay on fire for all that long.
Okay, okay.
Anyways, next up we have the chest monster, the heap. It's as there's a lot of crap in here. Basically, I have managed to downsize us from this number of chests, which is let me try and be precise. It was 7 chests and 24. That was how many we had before that were placed, and then I just broke them all. And then over here we have a bunch of remaining chests that I'm going to start filling up with garbage. But basically, this is this is everything we own. And the whole time I
Oh,
was building it,
okay.
right? I was listening to my Bastille playlist, and there's a
Uh,
song called "Things We Lost in the Flames," and
yes.
the promise is the premise of the song is basically someone trying to escape an old life by setting everything they own on fire and then running away. And the whole time I was thinking that, I was feeling the urge to just like set everything in the chest on fire before I realized, no, no, we need a lot of these things to live. But
I
basically,
mean,
this
first,
chest,
first of all, you don't need to escape an old life. Second of all, these represent hours upon hours of work, don't they?
yeah, they do. So the let's say I look at this chest. Oh, it's a bunch of deep light, and then there's a uh, drip leaf, spider eyes, glowberries, heart of the seas, fishing rod with mending, cat the CD, and there are so many things. It's just imagine like a bunch of absolute miscellaneous item chests, like deep
Mm-hmm.
slate, wheat seeds, silk touch golden hoe, magma cream, fire aspect 2 golden swords, soul sand, iron bars, warped roots. Every one of these chests is full of like completely eclectic random materials. This one has 3 saddles in it. I don't know. It has 3 saddles, stacking something of copper blocks, blast furnaces. Basically,
Yes, the
it
saddle.
is
Oh, so funny.
it is a
Yeah,
bunch of
okay.
things that need to be sorted out very gradually. And
No.
anyways, there's 2
I
off-color
feel
well,
like
there's
that's an analogy for life.
yeah, there are 2 offshoots. Neither of those go anywhere yet,
Okay.
but I might make one of them a mine. Uh yeah, I think making one of them a mine seems sensible, and then having it, or basically having like a room where
Uh-huh.
all of the stuff from the mine gets one put through a sorting system, and 2, I can just send up mine carts full of stuff, and the mine carts will unload and then be sent back down. But yeah, that's
Mhm.
basically the gist of it, and
I
and
only saw one offshoot. I
oh yeah,
only see one offshoot, this
there's
one
only
here.
one
Right.
offshoot, and this one goes down. I drew a brief sketch, and you approved the design.
Yes.
And then here is a beacon. That's the first thing you'll notice. You need to crouch to get under it. I decided the height of this room kind of poorly. Yeah, just crouch and walk through. And then
It's
you'll see
fine.
a bunch of rooms that start with like they start with there's 9 blocks of empty space, and then there's 9 blocks of open space, and then there's 9 blocks of empty space, and basically so on and so forth. But
Uh-huh.
I've
Uh-huh.
only built a few of these rooms because my computer's kind of been on the fritz. Even like
Right.
Microsoft Word is a little on the fritz. But
That's annoying.
yeah. But anyways,
Oh, and
this
that's
was
and that is also why we are going to take a break from
yeah
this for a little while,
a
right?
brief a brief break until I get a good PC set up.
I'm so excited about it.
Basically,
Why are
uh,
you digging holes in the floor of the place you built?
well, I'm digging the holes to showcase a concept. So
Okay.
these this is a style of build called gradient lighting, and how gradient lighting works is when you have a strong light source followed by, let's say I wanted to make a pink light for you,
Okay.
and I did. Although maybe we should try and tie it to armor colors, because yours has been amethyst, right?
Mm-hmm.
And mine's been lapis. Maybe
Mm-hmm.
we should theme it around amethyst, lapis, and amethyst.
Okay, that sounds pretty.
So I basically put a bunch of lava in the ground. Idea, because lava can be transported 1 block at a time by it. So what I did was I built that lava from
I am
outside, and then I was running to it,
um,
picking up all the lava I could, running in, placing it, realizing there wasn't enough, running down into the mines, picking up more lava, running back up here, and the basic gist is that I have to combine this and the one on the other side, and here's the other unfortunate part. I'm probably going to need to destroy all the lava so that I can raise the floor by about 6 blocks, and we can have a nice gradient floor that actually provides lighting to the room.
but
I've really no but
I just it's so much work. How heartbreaking.
it's not all that much actually. I have a haste beacon. You saw how fast I was able to mine the glass. I just need to do that, and then okay, the lava is going to be quite expansive, but I have an idea. Uh,
Hmm.
I have a bunch of pointed deep slate. I have a bunch of iron. I can
Okay.
make a bunch of cauldrons, and I can make a lava farm. And the lava farm is good because lava is the best fuel source in the game. So, anyways,
Okay.
imagine looking down and then seeing this in your floor. Although now that I say that, right, and we're about 4 blocks deep, I don't think lava's the best block for that because, well, I mean, when you look at it, it's kind of moving. So maybe some other light source that is
Mhm.
easier to get in bulk, like glowstone.
Mm.
And then yeah, I can change that out. But anyways, I did
Mm-hmm.
this for your room, and then I did the exact same for my room. But now I'm realizing, oh yeah, also I'm realizing I forgot to complete my room. I prioritized yours, and then I was like, uh-oh. But yeah, this lighting style.
But yours is not lava.
Mine's lava. If you look
It
at the
is?
yeah,
Oh, it's just incomplete.
yeah, it's
Okay.
incomplete. So one of these rooms will probably be lapis themed, and the other will be amethyst themed, I guess. And this is meant to be like all of the space I have to store things. That is meant to be all of the space you have to store things. And yeah, I should have not experimented with building techniques with. I should have experimented in a creative mode world instead of this, but here we are.
What
I
difference does it make?
Oh, creative worlds give you an infinite amount of everything. You can just build, 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 however you please.
Oh,
Yep. And then,
and
if you follow me down, you'll realize that I have forgotten to complete two more of these
uh-huh.
things. So this
Okay.
this room is meant to simulate a mine. So what I was gonna do, before I realized I should probably fill in the walls, is was if you access to end rods, I can. Ooh, that's right. Ruben pointed out the fact that if I have access to end rods, I can do a very cool star effect, which is where I do a layer of black, and then I put a bunch of end rods, which are one blaze rod apiece and one popped chorus fruit, and then I scatter them to create like this random smattering of stars, and then I put another layer of black glass, and then I scatter the stars again, and basically, if you have a long column, if you have a if you have a long column, I'm not gonna do that. If you have a long column, you can uh effectively make it look like the night sky. So
That sounds very pretty.
you can, what was I saying? Sorry, I got distracted by Sam. You
Mm.
can, I could do that, but here's I would need, well, first I need a blaze farm. Second, I need probably an automatic chorus fruit farm, because the one we have, it doesn't produce that much. So this room is going to be things that are pickaxe themed, and
Okay.
it's basically I okay. So the idea I had for the floor plan bracket, the
Uh-huh.
the actual in floor plan, was that the
Uh-huh.
walls would be like some sort of stone gradient
Okay.
that would be from like normal stone that we see in the overworld to deep slate. And then at the bottom, we would have some sort of simulation of a cave. So it would be divided into like roughly three quarters, and then one would be like the clay caves or the lush caves that you've seen, and
Mm-hmm.
it'll have drip leaf in them, and it will have glow lichen on the walls, things like that. And
Uh-huh.
then the next one over will be like synthetic caves, like a mine shaft that we made. And then at the end, I can do a sort of I can do the sort of like pre-alpha cave, or like, sorry, not pre-alpha. I can do the sort of pre-caves and cliffs cave, which was just what was just the cave I grew up mining in. So
Oh,
that's
okay.
that's that. And then this was gonna be, I believe, shovel blocks, and I would have done something similar. I would have taken out that 5 by 21 area, and then
Mm-hmm.
in that 5 by 21 area, we would have put just the things that you use, the biomes that you would go to with a shovel. So I'm quite a fan of these like mini biome ideas. So this one would be
Okay.
a little bit of sand.
That's like real life too.
Yeah, a little bit of little. Oh, you know those like dioramas where you go to property markets and then you look down at the little recreations of what the full building's gonna look like when it's done and can be sold.
Right.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
basically that. So I was just gonna
Okay.
do like a beach followed by a little bit of like a mini soul sand biome with fossils in it, and then a gravel mountains, which two of those are biomes you've never seen. And this is
Mm-mm.
where I reach the end of my beacon. So I would have continued. I would have continued like spam mining. Unfortunately, the beacon range only goes about 50 something blocks. So if I walk over here, I will realize that my effect is no longer being refreshed. Yep. It usually goes down to about 13 seconds and then I get a refresh. My haste is unfortunately wearing down. So what I'll need to do if I want to keep extending this is to basically push the beacon along, or to basically get a second beacon. And what I could do is, you know how in rock climbing you have those rock anchors that you like put into a crevice and then you lock it in place? No, wait, sorry, I'm not thinking of the right thing. When people rock
What are you
climb,
saying?
they
Yeah.
have those like they have setups where you have two carabiners hooked up to your harness, right? And then you can like go up to one hook, click it in place, and then you can climb up to the next hook while you're anchored, and then click in the second hook, and then climb up, and then remove remove the initial hook, and then click it into a new place. I was thinking like that because if I do single beacon and then I move it every time, and then I realize, oh yeah, I want to make changes here, I'll need to remove the beacon. I'll need to move the beacon back. Or what I could do is I could make a note, which is note get one more beacon,
Right.
one more beacon. I'm writing this all on a piece of paper. Okay, so
Okay,
if I
good.
get another beacon, then I don't really need to. Then I don't really need to do the. I can do it. I can do it relay style. But yeah, this is basically all of the progress that's been made on the storage area when my laptop has not been tweaking the fuck out. I'm averaging,
Oh,
I'm getting like 4 frames a second right now, and sometimes sometimes it just like, it just doesn't boot up Minecraft, so I'm like, okay, well, I'm not playing Minecraft for now, and then I just like leave it for a while. But I have actually built a new PC setup with Sam and Ruben.
yeah.
I keep trying to call Ruben Cancer in real life, but that's not his name. Although the one person I'll do that for is Skep,
Right.
because he's not a big fan of Abdullah. I don't know why. It's like a perfectly normal name, but yeah. Anyways, I go back. I leave the front door, and that was actually the main number one thing I've done with most of my time was hollowing
Uh-huh.
this area out.
Uh-huh.
Uh, and yeah. Oh wait, sorry. No, I forgot. I've also been doing a bunch of. Did that
Bunch
work?
of.
I've been doing a bunch of other things. So first,
Mm-hmm.
walk through this cultivated forest with me. And I've been thinking about changing it up so that like, okay, some of this is natural birch forest. What I could basically do is I will designate each of these middle blocks in the middle of the light source as like the block that is meant to be representative of a certain biome. So this block, for example, I would be like, okay, yeah, like this is birch forest, old growth birch forest. So I'd build a birch, or I'd grow a birch tree here, and
Okay.
then move a little further, and I'm like, oh, this is dark oak forest, and then I would I'd put a dark oak tree here, and I would basically
Okay.
continue this all the way along until it looked a little less gentrified and looked a little more like the organic forest. And when I reach the jungle biome or when I reach the forest biome, I'll use the organic trees that grew there, like oak and jungle wood. I just realized we're very close to a lot of the woods in the game. As yeah. Anyways,
Quite cool, right?
if you remember, this used to be like a hill. This used to be a hilly area, and then
I think I remember that. I remember getting stuck
I
when I was.
can I basically came through, I mined all the trees, and then I flattened a bunch of land. This used to be a dip in the land, and then I uh I basically got into the habit of listening to Warhammer 40k audiobooks and then like walking through this space, or basically
Mhm.
terraforming the space. So this is an example of what the land would have looked like if I was not here. This is the natural like organic land, and
Yeah.
this is what it looks like after I came through. If you can see this path, this is
Hmm.
this is the path to the village. I've not done a lot to improve their living conditions, but I eventually plan to, or I eventually may if I have time. And there's this big divot in the land, and I'm not really sure what can be done with it, like construction-wise. Maybe I could flatten all of this area out, like flatten all the way to the other side of it, and then incorporate some sort of build, like a maybe like a sort of quarry, and then in the quarry I guess I would have like like a few basic machine builds, like those winches that pull huge amounts of stone out of the ground. And then in that quarry, I would probably build a couple of stone generators. So we can make multiple types of stone generator. First, we can make just a default stone generator. That's a cobblestone, or that's a type of cobblestone generator where you use a silk touch pickaxe to mine the stone. Then there's
Mm-hmm.
a cobblestone generator, which can be made most efficient by blowing things up. No, but see, Ruben, flat is more useful for my purpose. So, you know, I'm more important than nature, right? You look at like what's name a shitty little animal. Uh, um, okay, think of a deer. Okay, who do you care more about? What's more important to you? Me building a Minecraft parking lot complete with a Walmart and a 16-lane highway? Or that shitty little deer that does nothing? That deer doesn't pay taxes. No, Bambi can eat a dick, okay? I'm gonna...
Oh God.
Yeah, fuck Bambi. Anyways, um... I'm gonna flatten this all. And then if we want... If we do eventually decide, hey, I want this like natural land feature. I can come back, post everything and be like, okay, let me custom build a hill or let me custom build mountains. But yeah, I do have a lot of this area that I need to flatten out, and getting a second or potentially a third beacon is going to be very useful for that. So I'm going to be in hell hunting a bunch of wither skeletons. Give me a second. Statistics, mobs, all the way down to W. I've killed 59 wither skeletons, so I'm gonna need to kill like 120, assuming I fell on the exact median. So I also did more. I started lighting up the edge of this land. I lit up all the way to the coast. Oh
Mhm.
right. Do you remember when the runaway TNT machine sort of um sort of nuked a section of our base? Well,
I do.
not our base, but our base area.
Not the base yet. Yeah.
It basically blew up a bunch of land, like right here. And sort
Mm-hmm.
of, do you know how in the new Photoshops you could do like adaptive fill, where you like drag something and you're like, I want to get this person out of the picture, and they're standing on grass, so it fills the picture with grass?
Okay.
I basically did an adaptive fill over this whole area, and I made it look
Okay.
like we never had a renegade TNT bombing machine annihilate the place. Unfortunately, if you look right across the water, you should still be able to see the fact that yeah, I didn't do this for the whole thing. I just did it for our side of the lake. Initially,
Uh-huh.
I thought about doing something creative, like digging a little bit deeper, and then turning it into some sort of bay where we house artificial ships.
Sure.
But then I was like, nah, we want to if we want to do that, we can pick a scenic place for that.
Yeah.
So I filled in the mother of all creeper holes. I took like a I needed like a shulker box of dirt and stone to fill this. Anyways, yeah. And then we can go back to the house and
What is this after the?
what is
Oh my gosh.
what is oh the glass
It's
corner.
still. It's. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I just realized that I'm not checking my slime farm. You should probably go to sleep, or actually, okay, at this rate you can move faster than I can. I'll just go sleep out here. But basically, I've left the slime farm running for a long time, and it's one of those problems I have where like I build something huge, and then I'm like, yeah, I'm just gonna leave this running in the background, and I proceed to forget about it
Uh-huh.
for about 1 calendar year. Anyways, I built a bunch of other small things. This is a ore converter. I basically just stand in here with like a copper ore in my offhand, and then I mine it with whatever tool I'm using. This right here
I see.
is a mud converter. So you fill up dirt in the chest, you fill up water bottles in, well, it's basically a mud farm. You put water
Mm-hmm.
bottles in the back set of dispensers, and then basically, I don't know if I can show you with the setup empty. Oh no, setup's not empty. Never mind. Okay, let me actually, yeah, I can probably show you. So I take a little bit of dirt out. I put the dirt in my offhand, and I
Mm-hmm.
could do this by hand, but that's incredibly slow. So I take a shovel. Actually, you know what? No.
Mm-hmm.
Let me take let me take this shovel that's on the verge of death. So, what I do is stand here, or like right on the edge. I break this block, and then I place a block. When it detects that a block has been placed, it fires off a
Mm-hmm.
water bottle, and then it turns it into mud.
Mm-hmm.
So just doing this, I can sit here and hold down and basically use that to farm mud. Now,
Okay.
the mud that I have farmed has gone
Mm-hmm.
has gone and combined with the wheat that I farmed to basically make a bunch of packed mud. Packed mud is not really that useful. It's just kind of an interesting building block, and I'm not gonna lie.
Okay.
Outside of like a few like specific kind of niche builds, I don't think I'm gonna do much with it. If you notice the storage area, it's instead of stone, I use stone brick, and instead of dirt, I've used packed mud. And the reason for that is that it sort of, in terms of environmental storytelling, it sort of tells
Mm-hmm.
the idea that this was natural land and went from dirt to like very dry packed mud because
Okay.
it's been cut through and then it's been like it's been exposed to like elemental weathering. And then the next thing I need is I probably need to go take some moss and then put it over the top because moss looks like a slightly hardier version of grass. Anyways,
Uh-huh.
if I drop down, actually wait, why am I taking the trapdoor? You can take the trapdoor, but basically, I built the slime farm, and then I usually just drop into it by, same way the slimes go into the farm.
Mm-hmm.
And then let me just very quickly the access panel, which is somewhere here. Yep. Okay. Damn it.
Good.
Okay, there we go. So hit the access panel, and there's an Enderman in here. That's the Well, yeah, he probably teleported here during a rainstorm and then didn't teleport out. Anyways, we are apparently not collecting that much slime. That might have been a product of the fact that I don't spend a lot of time at the house anymore, and apparently at least one wandering trader has died in here, or at least one wandering trader llama. But basically, I go down, I collect all the slime, and I get 1.5 stacks of slime. And that's basically enough to make a bunch of machines that explode things. That's 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 no, yeah, that is really about the size of it. I like making machines that blow shit up. Anyways, coming back
Mm-hmm.
up through the slow way up, and I have not done a lot of the things I said that I would. So I said I would start putting up signboards in the ways. I haven't done that. I said that I would. Oh, I have completed a couple of the chores. So let's go up and then let's go into the house and then let's look at the there should be a list of minor chores inside the dispenser. And then if I
Mm-hmm.
go to those, I should be able to see which ones I have done. That's odd. Huh.
What is it?
I can't tell if Twitch is being goofy, which I mean Twitch very often is being goofy, or if I have hit some sort of critical issue with my stream and nothing is playing.
Nothing.
Yeah, it's Huh. Yeah, when I look at my Twitch playback via
Okay.
my phone, it just shows a black screen. Huh.
Oh,
Oh, that's good. Uh,
you look okay. The
wait,
game,
wait. You
your sound quality.
are you watching me via Twitch?
No, I'm not, to be fair. I mean, if you physically, your
Okay.
character in game looks okay.
Okay. Well then, let me try doing a very quick phone restart. It might be an issue on the end of my phone. If I finish the restart and the problem still lingers, I'm gonna be like, ah, yeah, that's the problem's not with the phone. Anyways, we can go inside the house, and I also did not. I have also not had time to build a mausoleum for our good friend Steve. Also, I've realized something. As soon as I rebuild Steve, as soon as I put down 2 snow blocks and a pumpkin on top of him, he's gonna come back to
Mm-hmm.
life.
Mm-hmm.
He's, I like to I like to think it'd be really funny if we just like put him in a glass case or something, and then we like pretended it didn't happen. But he's basically like Frosty the Snowman, right? As soon as you rebuild Frosty, he's back.
Uh-huh. Yep.
But yeah,
Every winter.
I'll try to ignore that. Or how morbid it is to come back to life repeatedly. How morbid it must be for this Minecraft snowman to be stuck in some sort of infinite cycle of life and death. But
But
basic,
phoenixes do it,
yeah, but
right?
I think Phoenix has come back fresh. This guy would. Oh, you know what? To be fair, he would come back fresh as well. Okay, that's fair. Fair enough. Anyways, I look in the dropper. First task is Steve's memorial/memorial mausoleum. Haven't done that.
Uh-oh.
Finish the house windows.
Okay.
I have actually done that. Next task is item storage warehouse. We kind of have done that because all my item storage is in a hole in a mountain. Tree farm
Uh-huh.
manual. I have not done that. Mine all surplus ore, store in block form. I have done that with all of the ores except diamond. And the reason for that is because in the event that you ever want to pimp out like a mine themed build, one of the most basic things is to really just stuff a bunch of diamond ore in the walls, or to build like a construction truck that's that just has a complete truck bed completely full of diamond ore. Anyways,
Uh-huh.
there's the next goal is make the wheat farm 1 tile bigger. I've done more than that. There's a actual netherwart farm, maybe farm
Mhm.
building, interior design/deco. I have not done that much interior design. And then look at the list of higher difficulty to-do list items, and I
Uh-huh.
see that okay, tree farm automatic, have not done that. Oh wait, sorry. Oh no, tree farm manual was not. Tree farm manual is actually done because I've started filling the place with trees. The only thing I need to do to make the manual tree farm a little bit better is, well, there are a few specific configurations that can make the system a little bit better, but they're
Mhm.
all sort of beaten by automatic tree farms. And even if they aren't, like let's say I build a manual farm that gets me uh 7,500 spruce logs per hour of work, I'm I'm not able to sit at my computer working the whole time. If I just have a farm that makes me 6,400 an hour, but I can just leave it running for 12 hours, in the event,
Mm.
let's say I'm building a tree that is,
Mhm.
let's say I'm building like Yggdrasil from Norse mythology, and
Mm.
I want the roots, or I want the branches to touch the heavens. I could do that with an automatic tree farm, but I would be very hard
Right.
pressed to do that with, my hands and an axe. But tree farm
Okay.
automatic is not done. Witch farm is not done. I haven't
Okay.
even found a witch hut. With a skelly farm might actually be the next thing I do, because my options will be to farm a bunch of wither skeletons by hand, or to find
Mm.
whichever one of um our nether fortresses is in the best spot, and then just sort of make an
Mhm.
automatic farm and connect it to the way gates. And anyways, there's gold farm, that's way above our pay grade. I need 5,000 or I need 8,000 magma for that. Anyways,
Wow.
villager trade hall. Haven't done that. I haven't even put a roof over the villager's head yet. Iron farm, that will come as a result of having excess villagers, which I do not have at the moment. Villager breeder, I
Mm-hmm.
do actually. Well, I have a I have a tacky villager breeder. Froglight farm, haven't done that. Axolotl farm, haven't done that. And 16 color sheep farm, I have not done that. But we have completed a bunch of tasks, including manual tree farm, wheat farm, mine all surplus ore, item storage warehouse, and finish the house windows. So yeah, pretty cool.
It's not too bad at all.
Yeah, not too bad at all. I'm falling back into old habits of just dumping everything into a chest in the house. But yeah,
Yeah.
if we do in fact go look at ore storage, like over here, there's the ore blocks chest, which is empty. Oh, sorry, the ore blocks chest is empty. If I look into unprocessed ore, I should. Oh wow, golly, that is a lot of copper. Okay, well, let me just arrange the non-copper metals. I have 64 and 16 blocks of raw gold. I have 64 and 2 blocks of raw iron. I have 10 raw gold. I have 5 raw iron. And I have this much copper. I am coming to a realization. Hold on,
Mm-hmm.
follow me outside. But oh, actually, wait. First, let's sleep the night. I have come to a
Okay.
realization. Let me
Right.
just sleepy the night, and then I'll come back out. So, warped wood, which is what our roof is made of,
Uh-huh.
that's fire retardant.
Uh-huh.
Copper is also fire resistant
Okay.
or retardant, or I'm not sure which one. One stops fire, one is immune to fire. But basically, if you come out of the house and you look at the color scheme of our roof, would you be okay with me using color scheme inside our storage area? So for example, what I would do is I would put like the same like lined edges of
Mm-hmm.
weathered copper into the walls, and then, or maybe I could even do
Yeah.
like intricate displays,
Okay.
and then yeah, would you be okay with that?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Cool. So that means I'll need to figure out a way to farm a little bit more warped wood, and in addition to the warped wood, I will need a oh, you know what? Actually, no. No. Hold on. Strike while the iron's hot is what they say. Let me just go take a bunch of copper, and I'm just gonna dump it like straight through the super smelter because I have a 5 tiled super smelter, but I could probably make a slightly better one off camera eventually. I'll probably do it if I ever have a lot of free time in camp. Unfortunately, I have a lot less free time in camp because we are preparing for something called Exercise Wallaby, which is where a bunch of Op4 go to the land down under, and they go fight.
Mm-hmm.
I I have no idea who we fight. Also, Wallaby isn't
Are you
is
are you involved in
I'm not
Wallaby?
involved in Exercise Wallaby. By the time Wallaby happens, I'll be out of the army.
You sound extraordinarily pleased.
I am extraordinarily pleased with myself. But oh, wait a second, I just realized something. Is this the most
What?
I haven't done a map
What?
update. I haven't done a map update in quite a while. Oh, you just threw an egg?
I yeah.
You
I'm
you broke
sorry. I was
you
I
broke
was trying
multiple
to. Yeah,
maps. Oh,
I'm so sorry.
it's okay. Eggs are unfortunately inedible, but let me. Okay.
It's once they're broken, that's it. And how
No.
did the eggs break maps?
Eggs are throwable, or they're a throwable entity, and if a throwable entity strikes a map, it can break it. Or if it strikes an item frame, it can knock the item out of it. The same thing would happen with a
Oh
snowball, an ender
golly.
pearl, basically a bunch of other things. Where did you?
Can you
Okay.
explain to me?
Okay.
Did I what?
Don't worry. I'll just rotate the maps manually so they fit back into place. There we go. Like the
Babe,
shittiest jigsaw
at
puzzle
some
ever.
point,
Yeah?
there was a chicken.
Yeah, there's now just a baby chicken running around the house. Not really sure what we could do about that.
I know Grandma would have some ideas.
Yeah, she would. That's a reference to the fact that my grandmother uh cooked or basically gave away one of Mum's childhood pets to be eaten. That's yeah, not not the best. Anyways, let me
This is
where
so funny. I can see it. It's there in the corner, in the back right hand corner of the
I
house.
guess we just have a pet chicken now. Uh, do I
Okay,
let me go to
right.
paper products? Oh no, sorry, I would it in paper, but I put it in negation. So for now, we have actually I think we've made our base area large enough to warrant 4 maps being used. So
Wow. Okay.
before this, we've only ever used 2, and
Uh-huh.
I might actually need to go get us a few item frames. But first off,
Okay.
let me just run to the furthest corner of our house, and you'll see the method in my madness in a couple minutes. So first, I click to open this map. Bada bing, bada boom. I cross to the
But
other.
dude, there's something in our house, like an Enderman.
Yeah, and then I'm just gonna ignore it for now. Cross over to the other side of the house. Right click the map. Bada bing, bada boom. And okay, so now I gotta go walk out the front of the house, and then I think I might be able to capture like the sort of gentrified woods. I don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna start calling them that, but there's the sanitized nature. You know, it's like an American national park.
Or
It's natural, but it's also in what's I don't know if sanitized is the right word.
Uncle Ben calls them manicured. He really doesn't like
Manicured.
it.
Yeah, it's a manicured national park. There we go. I go off the screen, and I take out this, and then click, and yeah, that does a nice job of showing off the progress that we have made, and the progress that is eventually going to be made on turning this whole area. No, I'm not gonna turn the whole biome into a super flat, but I oh, right. You don't know. There's a world type that's just called super flat, and it's like completely flat. It's a challenge mode. There's no like trees aside from villages. There's no. It's a very depressing looking world. Except the beauty lies in the fact that you can make something interesting out of the challenge. But
Right.
yeah.
Is that one of those like creative worlds?
Uh,
Creative mode worlds, or is it?
no, it's actually you can play it in survival. It was initially meant to be just like a creative mode build type, or just like
Mhm.
just something where you can use to build, basically it's an infinite sandbox with nothing else in it. But in this case, it's some people have done really good with it. They've made like whole sagas and stories. Okay, let me see.
That's very.
Uh, 4. Okay, yeah, that's adequate. And next thing I need is we should have glass somewhere in the house, I hope. If we don't have glass, I just need 4 panes. I can take it from the windows and then replace them off camera. But knowing me, it's gonna
Is
take
this
like
how Endermen end up in our
no,
house?
the Endermen actually end up in our house by teleporting. It might be it might be worth
So
considering
interesting.
to basically put an iron golem on every floor of the house so that the Enderman like teleports in and then gets smacked. Cause an
Can
iron
I fight
golem,
an Enderman now?
pardon,
Do you think I could survive a fight with an Enderman? I have, right?
you have, but you have also been substantially you took pretty bad damage. What we could do is I could put a boat down and he could get trapped in the boat because Minecraft mobs are not that bright. They just kind of be doing shit, you know.
Even the ender
Even the Enderman.
thing. Okay.
I don't actually know if I can lock a map with light with like a colored glass pane, but you know, I don't lose anything for trying. So
Uh-huh.
it would be cool if it put like a tint on the map, like a blue tint would tint the map blue. Okay, utility
Mm-hmm.
blocks. Let
Yes,
me
it
just
would.
open up my utility blocks. Ah, bingo! I have one cartography table left. I almost called it a carpentry table. Pick up the cartography table. Put down the cartography table. Put a map in here, and will this... No, it won't lock the map. Will it? No. Ah, that's a pain in the ass. Do I have any...
Why won't it?
I'm not sure. I guess it just needs to be white. The stream's been buffering.
Okay.
Ooh. Cause Ruben wants to watch his perfect comfort streamer. I I thought that was only on my end, but I think... Ruben, I'm gonna level with you. I think my laptop... Okay, it's not built for this. It was initially like a work laptop that just has gaming functionality. It's a very powerful work laptop, but that's like being the most
Was.
powerful sorcerer in the most peaceful era, you know, like Kashimo. And and I think my laptop is a couple days of abuse away from just exploding, you know.
I agree.
We're gonna think
I
it's
do.
gonna blow up in camp. We're gonna think I've been like we're gonna think that we got attacked by Malaysia and like I got hit by an artillery shell. This like some sort of emergency surgery has to be done, and they're pulling shit out my body, and they're like, hey, they made this they've made this they've made this artillery shell. They made this like 120mm artillery shell with a fucking i5 processor in it. What's the deal with that? They they pulled the processor out of my chest and I lose 40 IQ points. I go from like having an engaging conversation with the surgeon to being like, "Oh, what happened? Why take my RAM?"
I sincerely hope
I don't
that it doesn't just take 40 IQ points for that to happen to you.
we did a test.
Saying.
Oh, also you should sleep, Doc. We brought up the concept of an IQ test, and
Uh-huh.
we did it on stream, and I believe I did the test once, and I took it
Mm-hmm.
seriously. Right, I
Okay.
was locked in,
Okay.
and I tested at 139, which is just below very intelligent. It's just like this is the normal range that human IQ usually sits at. You are part of the 85th percent. You're part of like the 85% of people in terms of like how rare is it to be as smart as you? And then I remember doing the test again, and I was trying to do it like an idiot and get a lot of them wrong. And then I tested high at 142, and I was just like, oh, oh. I think I don't know. I was channeling the spirit of an idiot, and then my score went up. That was a little disappointing.
Does
Anyways,
it occur to you that that's because creativity and genius are often misunderstood by people who aren't?
maybe I doubt I'm a genius. I doubt I'm genius tier though. I've met a
I
few people.
raised you. I can answer that question. You absolutely are, but you are also God tier lazy, so
I've met a few people who are like actual like genius tier. I think, and I think like wow, yeah, you operate on higher specs than me. That is crazy.
that's anyway, everything we know about intellect, as it were, or intelligence is needs to be revisited, and hopefully will be in the next few years, right? Because well, who was it that said what
Judge a fish
if
based
you
on its
evaluate
weight.
a fish by its ability to climb a tree?
A fish will go its
I
whole
mean, there's
life.
so many different, yeah, there are so many different ways to be tremendously intelligent, and I think you're very creative. For example, I think you've got memory that people would kill for.
When it comes to Pokemon, yeah, I
When you can be arsed, memory
I
is
know.
half about
I
attention,
know many
right?
Pokemon.
So strangle you.
I made Lewis disappointed the other day because we went to a vending machine and it had a bunch of Pokemon cards in it. And then I was like, quick,
Okay.
I bet you can point to any of those and I can tell you its name. And I was able to. I rattled off every single Pokemon in the glass. In the
Why did
vending
this
machine.
disappoint him?
He would have been
He,
like,
he thought he'd win a bet, or
no, he would have been like, of course you can. Of course you are able
oh
to recite
no.
the names of every one of these Pokemon. Can you recite all of them? And I was like, no, but I can tell you what 95 to 98% of every Pokemon in the game is based on its silhouette.
Yeah, you've got you've you've got it's not you've got geeky genius. Is it geeky?
I guess geeky. Although now we
Yeah,
say
you've got like encyclopedic knowledge of Minecraft, and
now we actually say geeking represents the fact that someone is about insane.
oh,
Like
okay. Well, thank you for that education.
yeah,
Yeah,
like
then I take it
we
back.
say geekin like on the verge of using it. That's geeking.
Okay.
And then yeah. There's also tweaking, which is something else entirely. It's something people do when they're on meth. But at the same time, people who are not on meth can have moments of genuine tweak.
And what is that for someone who's is it what the word sound? I mean,
Okay, for example, like let's say someone uploads a video to Instagram, right? And and it's like uh it's one of those like documenting nature videos where like an elephant gets really annoyed with someone and then it just picks them up with with their trunk and fucking throws them at a tree.
okay,
And then the
understood.
caption will be like me absolutely thunder cunting my hamster into a wall after I lose 6 ranked matches in a row. Bracket I am tweaking. Tweaking is like being on the event horizon of a mental breakdown. Thunder cunting is to throw something with like 100% of your force. And
Right.
the other one is Mach fuck, which is really fast. If you describe
That
something
one
as
makes sense.
yeah, if you describe something as traveling at Mach fuck, people
Right.
know like yeah, that's
That's
maximum
really effing
velocity.
fast. Okay.
Okay, so I've just
Okay.
locked a couple of maps. Or I'm in the process of locking a couple of maps.
I
And
totally don't know where you are in the house, and I'm just
oh,
trying to
I'm in
like
the
follow the chicken around.
oh that's hilarious. I'm in the chest area, and
Okay.
let me go see if we have any
Hey, chicken
leather.
friend.
Let's see if we have any leather
Oh,
in the storage. I should have some leather in passive mob drops. Ah, there we go. I got tons. One.
oh no!
Did you?
I was trying to make friends. I accidentally punched the chicken.
Well, that's unfortunate. Don't worry. They have a little bit of health. Don't do it that much, but it should be able to grow to adulthood even with a bit of punch damage. And you could also feed it seeds, I think, to make it grow up quicker. Anyways, where did you?
Oh,
Oh, I see you. Wait, no, I see the
because
chicken.
the chicken ran. Yeah, the chicken ran up the stairs.
The stairs? Oh, it went to the second floor. Okay, I got it. Okay, so you know what? I just realized I've been putting off building both of our rooms for a long ass time. Maybe I'll do that between computers. But anyways,
I
uh,
want to see this map thing happening.
okay. So
So
I've
exciting.
effectively doubled the size of our current map. So
Uh-huh.
damn it, I should take a map. I should take a map update every stream So let me just see this. Okay,
Chickens running behind you.
bottom right corner. Oh wait, what? That's okay. That's weird. Did I place the? I don't know if I placed the item frames in a funny way. Hold on. I don't know if you can place item frames in a funny way, but one,
Uh-huh.
two, three, four. As long as I have them all in the right orientation. This okay? Yeah, that's one. Let me get the next three maps out. This is top right. Oh no, top left. Okay. This is bottom left. And this is top right. Okay. And if you come look, there's you can see that
Mm-hmm.
this is the new map of our base. It's been a little bit expanded. We've before we did not show off
Mm-hmm.
the entire size of the wheat farm. Now we do.
Mm-hmm.
And we've also extended the edge of the wheat farm out a little bit, so I could theoretically put more wheat farm in this place, but I won't. I will. Actually, you know what?
Wait, where is the wheat farm? I don't. Everything is green. Is it the square rows? That's correct,
Yeah, the
right?
square rows.
The row of squares.
The row
Yeah,
of.
okay.
Oh, the row of. Uh, hold on. Do you see the? Actually, wait a second. I'm looking at the completely wrong map. Uh, okay. You see that little ravine that looks like a scar on the flat land? The one that's closest to that
Yeah.
the is the wheat farm. The one
It's
that's
not a perfect oblong, but it looks like it has one little
yes, it has a
cut
little
out of it.
cutout bit. That's the wheat farm.
Okay.
The the little squares in neat rows. Those are the birch trees that I've planted. The purple ones are purpur, and
Ooh.
the
Right?
and yeah, they basically continue all the way over, and you can see where the flat land stops basically.
Yep.
But yeah, that's the farm, and I've just
Very
realized
stark.
we almost perfectly managed. I have no idea how I did it, but I almost perfectly managed to cut off the. Oh, you know, no. Yeah, I almost managed to perfectly cut off the edge of the uh storage area with where I would no longer be able to render the furthest corners of the map. It's kind of serendipity. But yeah,
Right. That's very
that's
cool.
this is basically the
Maybe it's
200.
not
Oh, maybe
maybe
it's
it's not, serendipity. Maybe it's that you have developed an instinct, an inarticulable instinct for Minecraft. Like sometimes the things that look like magic or like it actually is just like such sensitivity, like old sailors reading the weather.
hmm.
Right? It's not ESP, and if you ask them to explain to you, they'll just be like, it smells like this, so it feels like this.
Yeah,
But
I know exactly what you mean.
mm,
Like how there's always one Chowking in the platoon who is magically able to know when all the hard work is. And then it's almost like they have preternatural abilities. They're like, oh, I need to go see the medic. I need to go see the medical officer. And then he gets like 2 days of MC. And then after that,
just
the
before,
next thing we do is we scrub 160 iron pickets with fucking steel wool to strip off the rust. And then once we're
right?
done with that,
Yeah,
we spray paint. It's yeah, that's
yeah. That fucker knows.
yeah.
You better believe somehow that fucker knows.
But yeah, this is I like how if you go through the maps, you can see the amount of change that's happened. So the first map,
Mm-hmm.
we have we have just a little quarry, and then next to the little
Mm-hmm.
quarry, you have like the organic forests. We have the I have I was showing you a block palette for what we could do for the roof, and if you look at
Mm-hmm.
our house, first off, nothing's built.
Mm-hmm.
Second off,
Yep.
if you look at the crops, you can see that I was still growing pumpkins in the inside the house garden. And then you can see the next one is the one where I made the sky island, and there was one chunk that goes all the way to the bottom. And then I
Mm-hmm.
realized, hey, and then in addition to that, between maps, you can see a bunch of automatic farms have been added. Oh, a bunch of these
Mm.
little rectangles that are basically automatic farms.
The gray and white rectangles, right?
Yep,
Gray and blue,
a
sorry.
gray and
Mm-hmm.
blue. And then and the next one you can oh well in the first one you can see, hey, that's a sky island, or that is some sort of elevated island. And then in the next one you can see, oh wow, he's built in a single guardrail, and the function of the guardrail was to basically, this is anything above these blocks is equidistant from the center. And I have three guardrails in the next one, and and then you
Right?
realize this is the innermost one is the innermost edge. Assuming we're building islands that are vaguely meant to create like a giant circle that climbs like a
Mm-hmm.
helix, that they
Mm-hmm.
are that they're in line. Also, I've just realized something based on the amount of time those cherry shrubs have been there. We have had the polar bears outside our house for like multiple years in game. I don't
I know
I don't know
Peter's
what.
gonna be on our asses soon.
Okay, so this is a realms, so we don't actually have the exact day counter, but we had them
Okay.
here at like day 150 something, and I would not it would not surprise me if, okay, actually, you know what? Hold on. Options, statistics, uh time played 20.72 days. Give me 1 second. 20.72 times, wait a second. What's the, okay, 20.72 times open bracket 24 divided by, what's one third of a, okay, what's one, okay, yeah, 20 minutes, one third of an hour. So 1 divided by 3, close bracket. 1000, we should be on day 1491.8.
Those poor bears.
These bears have been here for, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna try and move them, and then I'm gonna realize like they've left a couple of very well shaped like snowmen in their place. Like the
Like
bears,
decoys.
yeah, the bears got loose years ago, and they're still like trying to make it back to the cold biome.
Oh.
They see the finish line, and then they turn to look behind them, and they just see me paddling a boat holding a lead. That would be so annoying. Anyways, yeah, we've. Oh wait, I just realized something. That is
Mhm.
not that 1491. A day-night cycle is only 10 minutes if you sleep at the appropriate time, which means we are probably
Okay.
on day 1000.
Plus plus.
I don't actively play so much, but I do
Mm-hmm.
AFK a lot, so we can basically have cool stuff
Mm-hmm.
just whenever I get back. But we're probably on day 2000 something. Let's be real. We're on
Whoa.
day 2 grand. This is
Those
this.
bears have been out there for 6 years. Poor buggers.
Oh my god, they have. Yeah, we are guilty of animal cruelty of like the highest order. Anyways, on that happy note, do you wanna end the stream and we can we can start making like dinner prep?
Yes, absolutely. So I need to order dinner. I did want to throw a question out to anyone who is actually listening to us,
Yes.
um, as to whether or not they would be interested if I play, and if they'd be interested in watching streams from my point of view as well. Because I thought that might be fun. Because I
You
do a lot of stupid shit.
you don't need to ask that. You would just need to turn on your recording software at the right time, and I would edit everything for you. I would make like, there would be like the stream raws, and then there'd be the highlight reel, which is like the absolute best part of everything that happens, and I would make it work.
Okay, well, then I have my answer. So in that case, I might need to upgrade my rig too.
Oh,
But
oh God,
but yeah, I'd absolutely be happy to. It sounds
amazing.
like, I mean, it's been so much fun. Yeah, and so we're gonna take a bit of a breather, a bit of a break while you finish up, right? And
Yeah, I
then
finished my
finish up the
military
army.
service. I've been hitting my savings goals of 350 a month for the past 2 months. If I keep that up for um I keep that up with my with my June paycheck, then that goes from 700 put away to 1,050, and then if I put another 350 away from my final paycheck, and I will
Mm-hmm.
also get a little bit of bonus money when I ORD, but basically if I put the 400 away from my final paycheck, I'll have a budget of $1,400 to work with. I did the math.
Mm-hmm.
There's I could get a stock setup for much cheaper than
Okay.
1,400, and it would play Minecraft excellently compared to my laptop. Or I could spend $1,544, which is what I've calculated. I've done the specs. I
Mm-hmm.
talked through with my who actually know what they're talking about when it comes to computers,
Mm-hmm.
and I get a desktop that is bubblegum pink. So
Well,
you already know what I'm doing. You already know what
oh
course of
no.
action I'm taking. But yeah, that's the plan.
And it's a very exciting plan, and then I will say again, once again, for the record, even if you decide on something a little bit upgraded and you haven't managed to save for it, early birthday presents are a thing.
Mhm. Of course, of course.
Yeah. So let us know. I can't. I'm so excited. Yeah.
Sure. I'll let you guys know. And uh stream Twitch, I will the next time you see me, I'll be on a new setup. In addition to a new setup, I will be on a completely new recording software because Twitch Studio is actually no longer being supported from the 5th of from the 30th of May. So rest in
Yeah.
peace, Twitch Studio. It was fun while it lasted. I've used this app for like 5 years at this point. With
Wow.
no, wait, 2024. Yeah, I've used this app for about four. No, actually, yeah, I've been streaming for like 5 years. 5 years is how long I've been using this. On and off, I've been using OBS, but I will probably end up going back to OBS actually, because it's a system I'm familiar with, unless it's changed a lot. But yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and with
Well, it's a
that,
good time to read reviews and decide.
yeah,
Just saying.
and with that, I
Okay.
will end the stream. And instead of bi-weekly, when we come back, the next Mumcraft episode is going to be in July, I think.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep. And with that, I'll see you
Bye,
guys later.
everyone.